Oh my God, darling, they're so doing a piece about our laughter today on BBUK. Oh my God, what do you think about that, Nadia? It's going to be hilarious, huh? Hello, you, and welcome to Big Brother's Little Brother. It's Tuesday, the 15th of June, which means today's show is a nomination special. Oh, yeah. In just a few moments, Big Brother will be revealing to the House who has been nominated for eviction this week. And you cheeky pups get to see it right here, L-I-V-E. Joining us is tough-talking Jenny Trent-Hughes to discuss the nominees and the reaction to the news. Give us a wave there, Jenny. Lovely jewellery she's got on today as well. All matching. Plus, we're also joined by laughter expert Rhonda Blunden. There's Rhonda. Hello, Rhonda. Look, she's actually laughing as well, which is excellent. She's going to be telling us what our housemates' guffaws are giving away about them. By the way, they have met. They do like each other. We just asked them to stand that way. But the moment has come to reveal to the housemates who's been nominated. Let's go live to the house right now.
This is Big Brother. In alphabetical order.
Amazing! What's going on?
No. Oh my God.
Amazing.
It's okay.
I'm gonna face the
What about
firing
me and
squad that
Marco?
is known as the...
So, due to compliance issue there, and we didn't know about that, so we do profusely apologise. In alphabetical order, I'll pretend to be Big Brother. This week's nominees are Dan and Vanessa. Let's go back to the house, then I get proper reactions.
Cheers. Thanks.
Is that it? Is that it?
He ain't gonna whinge. It's okay. It's one of those things, isn't it?
Well, they can't take you away.
Yeah, they probably will.
No, they won't. They can't take 3 girls away in a row and 4 girls away in a row. As it went last, the way it went last year, actually, if it goes like it again this year, you won't go.
No, I think I probably will go. Look at the whole thing with Jane and stuff. I knew that was the biggest mistake to even make. And doing something like that, it makes me look like a slut and people don't like it. I've dug my own grave.
You don't. Oh my God. Thanks for everyone in here. I just really don't want you to go.
You know?
Honestly, I thought it was going to be. This doesn't reflect in any way. I shall clarify now, Big Brother. I shall clarify right now. This does not in any way reflect my nominations or anything. It's just me guessing. I thought it would be someone like Ahmed and Nadia.
Yeah, me too.
And it was just not because that's who I nominated necessarily.
Yeah, so apologies for all the dips in sound there, but we get our feed from the compliance people, so when they think that something isn't right, then obviously that's when they dip the sound, so there's not much we can do about that. Apologies, like I said. Talk about day of exclusives, though, because we can exclusively reveal, also on the show today, that tomorrow night, Davina's hosting a special at 10 o'clock on Channel 4 when Emma and Michelle are going back in the house. So, Dan and Vanessa are both up for eviction. This time, you really do decide who goes, and these are the numbers to call. And lines are open, starting from now. OK, so since Friday night, Emma and Michelle have been wreaking havoc in the bedsit, playing with their housemates' emotions and loving every second of it. We've just revealed they're going back into the house tomorrow night, a special show hosted by Davina at 10 o'clock. With that in mind, today's Cool BBLB could only be, how should the bedsit birds play it when they get back in? These are the numbers to call. So nominations might spell problems for our housemates, but it brings a certain schadenfreude for us, or indeed a joy, because it means we talk to our regular tough talker, Jenny Trent Hughes, everybody. Hello, Jenny. OK, first up, straight down to business. Surprised, yeah, gobsmacked. I was.
Absolutely shocked. Those two I would never, ever, ever have guessed.
Yeah, I mean, what do you reckon it is? I don't know.
Well, I find it interesting because maybe it means that the other housemates, I mean, I'm telling you, I'm completely shocked. Housemates are smarter than we think. Because I think that Vanessa and Dan have the best game plan. So it looks like they've been rumbled.
So do you think, with that in mind, it's all to do with tactical nominations rather than anything they've done that's particularly irritating?
Absolutely.
Okay,
oh, yeah.
Cool.
Pure
let's
tactics.
Let's have a look at the players in this week's eviction battle.
I've not thought about how long I'll be staying in the house, to be honest. Hopefully a wee while, but I just don't know.
Do you feel really boring?
I would really like to make it to the final three. The challenge of being in the house is to stay there for as long as possible, and that's what I'm preparing.
I'm missing home a bit. That's cuck, and I'm trying to not think about that.
It's not about winning the show, I don't think. It's about being as entertaining and having fun as long as you can be while you're in the house. I think that's the best way to look at it because it's a game at the end of the day.
Looking at 10 weeks seems like a long time, but when you look back at 10 weeks, it's nothing. So just keep on positive and, you know, just persevere.
So, who's going to be out Friday?
Interesting. It depends on what they do in the next couple of days.
Okay.
Because I think that Vanessa's probably going to start, you know, frolicking and getting more involved in under the duvet stuff to keep herself in.
With Jason or anyone.
Anyone at this point. I'll met anybody.
Yeah.
But what's going to be interesting to see is how she reacts when the other two come back. Because remember that they don't know anything about that. Mm-hmm. And that's really going to put the cat amongst the pigeons.
She hasn't done anything particularly backstabby, as it were, with the two girls, though,
No, she was because I'm kind of sad and watch it at odd hours of the morning. There was a time a couple of days ago when she was saying some stuff about Emma that wasn't that great.
OK, cool. How do you think Jason's going to cope? I mean, we saw his reaction there. Dumbfounded, disappointed, and he's getting even more horny by the second.
Well, you see, I don't think that Jason really cares about her.
Really?
So, no. And you figure he's in the best position because one of them gets left and he likes them both, so
yeah,
whoever
okay.
gets left is fine.
OK, cool. what do you think these two have done to deserve nomination? We both said people are tacting votically earlier on, yeah? Or
yeah.
Voting tactically, sorry, earlier on. But what do you think they've... You know, if there's anything in particular they've done in their time in the house that...
Well, I'm really surprised. Personally, I find Vanessa excruciatingly annoying.
Why?
So, I think she's really fake. I think that she's really bossy, and I don't like her at all. Daniel, I absolutely love.
Jenny's opinion. I repeat.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, that's fine.
She's lovely. She's a wonderful girl. And I think Daniel's wonderful. So I'm really, really shocked. And I cannot wait to find out who voted for him.
OK. Before they entered the house, both Dan and Vanessa said they had no strategies. You probably don't buy that, knowing you.
Of course not.
There we go. Okay.
No, you know, nobody has strategies and nobody wants to win and everybody's there for the experience.
Sure. So you've said it already, but I mean, do you think that there might be any sexy sex before Friday?
It's going to be interesting, like I said, when the girls come back.
What can Dan do, though? I mean, there's not much Dan can do.
I don't think
his profile before now and Friday.
I'll tell you what I think is going to happen. Who gets left in is going to be determined by how annoying Vanessa becomes. People will vote her out more than people voting to keep Dan in.
Right.
And that's actually what I think might happen.
And if she does decide to go down the route of extracurricular activities...
Either that or she'll whine.
Yeah,
you know,
okay.
She'll whine and cry and get people to feel sorry for her.
But if she does go down that route, do you think then, you know, that in itself can go one of two ways, can't it? Because she can either then become very popular because people at home think, oh, this is fantastic, I want to know more about this relationship between her and Jason, and it doesn't matter whether they're playing each other off. Or people can go, you know what, this is kind of annoying me a little bit. Do you know what I mean?
Well, see, I really have faith in the viewing public. And I don't think that they're going to fall for any kind of all of a sudden she's in love with somebody nonsense. I don't think it's going to work.
She was getting, very hot and steamy the other night before she was nominated, though.
Well, thank you. And, I mean, I've never seen two people look less interested in each other in my life.
They were kissing with the eyes open.
Well, exactly.
There we go. OK. Emma and Michelle are going back in tomorrow.
Yes.
We want to know two questions. Firstly, how do you think the others will react to the fact that, they're allowed to nominate?
Well, I don't understand, because that seems to be a big point to some people. That's not a big point to me. I would actually be afraid of what had they heard me saying. I think that would be the absolute big panic. And I think that people like Victor are going to attack them before they attack back, so to speak. I think it's really going to get very ugly.
OK, cool. And lastly, what do you think is going to happen when they go back in? I mean, you said it's going to get ugly. Do you think it will just be Victor, or do you think it might be anyone else? Or...
I think it'll be everybody. And also, I think that Michelle is going to completely lose the plot, and she's going to carry on like a total madwoman.
You don't think they'll be welcomed with open arms, no?
No, not at all. Some people, but not the majority.
Well, as well as that, I mean, the minute they find out what they've been doing for the last couple of days, and the power they've had, i.e. the cold shower, i.e. what we see tonight on tonight's Channel 4 show with eggs in the bed and so forth for Jason.
Wasn't mean enough for me, though, I have to say. Oh, yeah.
Do you think they're almost assured of a potential nomination next week, the two girls?
It depends on how they act up. Really, really does depend on how they act up.
OK. You're going to be spotting for us.
Yes.
A lot of reactions, obviously, to do with the nomination. So if you would, over there for us.
Okie doke, off I go.
On the screen now. Get over there. Have a couple of them cupcakes. Stick the old headphones on.
No cupcakes.
No cupcakes. Sorry. Who put the cupcakes there? Sorry, Jenny. OK, after the break, we're going to be chatting to laughter expert Rhonda Blunden and finding out what our housemates' chuckles say about them. We'll see you in 3. Hey, welcome back. If laughter is the best medicine, then there's two little puppies in there that have been raiding the bathroom cabinet, let me assure you. Forget your annoying wake-up calls. Just imagine being woken up to this for the last 19 days.
I'm not dying!
You smile and the whole world smiles with you. Apparently. Joining me now, within the wind of Elstree, is a lady who laughs for a living. Here to tell us what the housemates laugh, tell us about them. Please welcome Rhonda Blunden, everybody. Hello, Rhonda. You're a laughter and well-being facilitator. What does that mean?
I help organisations to have their people as happy and as healthy as possible.
Ace. OK, so what can laughter tell us about someone?
Laughter can tell us a lot about the roles that people are taking, and it can also tell us about how much they're willing to let go. It's a powerful... The reason that it's so good for us, medicine for body, mind and spirit, is it's a way of really letting go and relaxing and being more true to ourselves.
Right, OK. So does it... You read that it releases chemicals in the brain and so forth.
It does,
serotonin, what have you. Is that sort of massive impact as well, I assume?
Lots of chemicals, lots of really good for your immune system, and also it just helps people to connect, and that's probably the most important thing.
OK.
It shows us when we're connecting with people. Most of the laughter we do isn't about jokes. It's about just connecting. So someone might go, oh, hi, Dermot, and laugh. And that's that kind of laughter.
Making someone feel welcome, almost.
Yeah.
OK, cool.
Yeah.
OK, you're going to look at a couple of the housemates' laughs for us. Two, obviously, in particular, and tell us about them, OK? First up, we're going to start with Marco's. Now, obviously, Marco couldn't be here, so we've sort of reconstructed this, OK? Here's Marco's face, and here's Marco's laugh. In 3... Let's hear that one. That sort of caught me on the hop. One more, hang on. 3, 2, 1. So that's... See, it is funny when it works. That's Marco's laugh.
But it's funny when it doesn't.
That's Marco's laugh. Tell us about his laugh.
Marco's laugh is a wonderful laugh of the kind of what's sometimes called the magical child role. And it's a role that's about seeing the magic in life and not really wanting to see so much of the bad bits. But you try out that laugh for me, and you
He does that?
doesn't you? Yeah.
Really?
You see, that's sort of like, yeah.
But he bitches all the time about other people. I mean, in the kind of...
Because he doesn't want to see those bits.
Oh, I see. Right, OK.
And you can't see that in him either.
So you want me to try that, right?
That laugh, yeah.
OK.
See what happens.
This is my... What is it? My inner...
Your magical child.
My magical child. Is that right?
Do you feel magical?
No.
Do you need that turquoise thing you have?
That's not...
No,
That's evil.
That's quite evil, yeah.
But are evil laughs good as well or not?
All laughs are good because it's a way of letting out whatever it is that's going on in us. So emotions are called that because they need to move. That's why they're called emotions. So it's letting out whatever it is that's going on.
What was that hee like? What was that?
That's quite naughty, isn't it?
Was it? I had a naughty hee. OK, next up, we've got Nadia's. Nadia's laugh is, I think, the most contagious laugh I've heard for the longest time. We were talking in rehearsals and we said Alan Alda from MASH has the most contagious laugh, and he does. This I wet myself whenever I hear Nadia's laugh, right? In 3, 2, 1. One more time. I love Nadia's laugh. It makes me wet myself. What's Nadia's laugh all about?
It's wonderful. It's the laugh of that kind of mischievous trickster, which can be really quite naughty. It's a lot naughty.
She's a slight gossip as well, isn't she? I mean, she's in that kind of like, you know, she loves sort of having a playful bitch about people and having a bit of fun with them, but to their face, you know what I mean?
But also just breaking out of conformity.
Yeah.
So it's the laugh of the trickster archetype, which pushes against anything that's conformity.
Archetype,
which
I
in
like
the situation they're in, with their freedom taken away, we need lots of that.
Absolutely. OK, yesterday they were practising their mascot's task. Stuart's behaviour provoked a number of very different laughs from very different housemates. See what you make of this. Kill the tiger!
I mean, the only way to sort out... this, mate, in peace, man. Peace and quiet. Get away for this screwball. the only way to stop him is to give him a good old-fashioned beating. A good humiliating beating usually does.
So very briefly, what does that tell us about the housemates' different roles within the group?
Stuart's taking the role that's really important in a lot of tribes, the clown.
Right.
And we need more of those in there because there's not that much laughing going on.
Sure.
And the clown is very vulnerable. It's not about kind of painted faces and things. It's about being very vulnerable and very kind of drawing people and, as I say, you know, enticing them to communicate and to link up.
What about Victor's laugh?
Victor's laugh.
Victor's just kind of a deep... You just hear it. Always laughs while he talks. Is that kind of deep?
Yeah. It's a little bit like what Ahmed was doing there in being the warrior. And you heard his laughter, which was a little bit like that laughter. And it's a little bit about fighting and anger.
Rhonda, thank you very much for joining us. Appreciate it. Rhonda, everybody. OK, before we go to today's Cool BBB, here's a quick reminder of the moment we reveal the nominations live on BBLB.
This is Big Brother.
Oh, here we go.
There are 2 people nominated for eviction this week. They are Daniel and Vanessa.
Amazing. What's going on?
Oh my God.
Tricky. Okay. Cheers. Thanks.
Is that it?
Yes, my lovelies, I'm not up for eviction this week, but these 2 are, and here's how you vote for them. Very briefly, Jenny, what's been going on in the house?
Well, Vanessa's really angry. You can tell from her voice she's really mad, and Shell has volunteered to lend her dress, which I guess means when Shell's evicted, she'll come out in her pants. I don't quite understand.
And leg warmers.
Yes, and leg warmers.
OK, today's BBLB quite simply was how should the bedsit birds play it when they get back in the house? This, of course, is off the back of Michelle and Emma going back in tomorrow, 10 o'clock, Channel 4, live with Davina. Let's go to the phones. Hello, Ruth from Colchester, God's country.
Hi.
Hello, Ruth, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
What do you think they should do?
Well, I think the girls should go in basically without saying that they've been able to watch the other housemates so that they can use their alliance between them against Victor.
Yeah.
And sort of pick him off, and then if that works, they should go against all the other housemates and try and get through as far as they can.
You're a criminal genius. I like that idea. The only thing about it is, I think they're just going to burst the minute they get in there, aren't they?
That's the problem, because that actually is a very clever idea. I wouldn't have thought of that.
Yeah.
Very sneaky.
Yes.
Well
She's a bit
done.
sneaky, Ruth, isn't she? Hello there, Ruth. Who's your favourite there, Ruth?
My favourite?
Yeah, who do you like? I mean, do you like the girls in the bed sit? Do you want them to come out and do well?
Oh, I found them very, very entertaining.
What do you think about today's nominations?
Shocking. Shocking. I wasn't expecting it at all.
Okay, cool. Thank you very much, Ruth.
Oh, by the way.
Yeah?
I met your parents a couple of weeks ago. And I just wanted to say hi to them, and I think they're wicked.
Okay, sorry. My dad's mad, mum's a drunk. Thanks a lot. Next up,
Bye.
Gillian in Nottingham. Hello, Gillian.
Hiya.
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
You haven't met my mum and dad, have you?
No, darling.
What are your thoughts, Gillian?
I cannot imagine those girls will be able to contain themselves as soon as they get in the house, especially Emma.
I think they're going to go mad. Yeah, exactly. I think they're going to go mad.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, there's just no way they're going to be able to just, like, compose themselves, even for 24 hours.
What should they do, though? I mean, with that in mind, if they can't contain themselves, what should they do?
They're just going to be themselves. They're just going to explode. There's just no way at all they can act.
Okay, so you just think that, they're doomed, as it were, in that respect?
Yes.
Okay, brilliant. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you.
Bye-bye. Richard in Essex. Hello, Richard.
Hello, Dermot.
You all right?
Yeah, thanks, you.
Go for it.
I think the girls shouldn't really say anything because they should just use it so that they can defend themselves in an argument, maybe. I think they should. Oh, sorry. I think they should use it to source between the backstabbers and the honest people. You know, if people are nice and after being horrible, then it's obviously the backstabbers.
Cool. Thanks, Richard.
Thanks.
I think there's a certain element here where Emma's just going to go in. She's going to have a go at Victor. They're going to end up quite liking each other. What do you think of that?
Could be. That could be the two of them in the snug. Who knows?
Get an expert agreeing with me. Fantastic. Thank you very much, Jenny. Thank you very much, Rhonda. On tomorrow's show, we have Brooke Kinsella from EastEnders. We'll see you then. Take care. Bye-bye.